Welcome to Drive Thru. I'm your host, Tony T. As we broadcast live here on Pick Dogs and Sports Chat Place. Actually, SCP Betting. We got the graphic now up there. SCP Betting here on YouTube channel. We're with you here Monday through Friday here at 6 p.m. Eastern Time, delivering live free picks for the games beginning at 7 p.m. Eastern Time and later. And to deliver those winners are professional handicappers over at Pick Dogs and Sports Chat Place. Let's take a peek at who's on the show with us today. All right, with us is Brad Francis. Willis Young is with us in the holiday spirit. So love it. Joanne Burtz, we got Jay Briggs, we got Taraz Zawacki, Al Ninos, as well as Brian Bittler. And here's how they're going to line up for this evening. We've got Ninos, Briggs, Francis, Burtz, Bittler, Young, Zawacki, and then I will close this one out. All right, got college football in the main, 2 games in prime time, a lot of NBA, some hockey, as well as college hoops. So let's get this one underway. Let's welcome in El Ninos here on the Drive. You'll find him over at Pick Dog Stream, doing great work here over on the site. If you check them out, El, what's happening? You're on mute, Al. Wait for El Ninos to get reconnected again. He was the first one up. We can't get no sound out of him.
Yeah, so I guess I'll just hang on to my mic. Still haven't upgraded here and working with this faulty mic, but hoping.
You there? Still can't hear you. I think you had you had a good mic. I don't know why you changed it. I don't know what's happening there. You there?
Yeah, can you hear me now?
You can hear you now. Yes, can hear you now.
All right, sorry. Yeah, this mic is still messed up. I still hadn't upgraded it, but I guess I'm gonna have to get a new one soon.
Yeah. All right, here we go. The game tonight here, you're going to be looking here at the Warriors here against the Bulls in this one with Golden State here is favored here, laying the 7 total 237.
Yeah, coming in as surprisingly big favorites here. You could argue, yes, they are the more talented team. They have the 2 best shooters in the world. The Warriors do, and they'll be playing at home tonight. But they have.
Yeah, your mic's getting cut off again now. Oh, you there? You can't do the show unless you have your equipment together, man. If you need a mic, get a mic. Just don't do this to the show, because you just make the show look bad and you make yourself look bad doing this. So you got to make sure you get the right stuff. You there? Yeah, we just can't accept this. The pick is on the Bulls. Let's get to the next guy. All right, continue on here on the drive-thru. Let's get to Jay Briggs. You'll find him over at Pick Dog Stream, where he does great work up there. Let's bring in Jay right now. Jay, what's happening? Jay, you're on mute there, buddy. You there? Nope, no sound coming in from Jay. Well, a lot of equipment issues today on the show. Hearing guys, and let's see here. There, Jay? Still no sound coming from Jay on the show. So maybe you want to sign out, sign back in again. Well, a little rough start to the show today, guys. Sorry about that for those of you in the chat room. We'll see if they can get their equipment ready to roll. Let's see if third time's the charm. Let's go ahead and bring in Brad Francis. You'll find him over at Pick Dogs Premium, doing great work up there. Let's bring in Brad right now. Let's hope we can hear me. Brad, what's happening?
Hey, what's up, Tony?
All right, we can hear you. Woo!
There we go.
There we go. All right, here we go tonight with Brad. Looking at the NBA tonight here, as the Spurs here will host the Pelicans. Pelicans on the road laying 7.5, total sits here at 233.
Yeah, I'm looking at the Pelicans minus the 7.5 here. I mean, the Spurs, they've been one of the worst teams in the NBA as of late. They're 1-9 in their last 10 straight up and 2-8 in their last 10 against the spread. A little over a week ago, these teams played where the Pelicans won by 19. Zion had 32. Valanciunas, he went for 9 from 11 from the field, scoring 22 points. It was just a bad matchup for the Spurs team. And the Pelicans, they've been playing some good ball. They beat the Warriors recently by 45. On Wednesday, they beat the Raptors by 18 when they were 2.5-point dogs. So I expect a beatdown in this game. I think we see at least a double-digit win from the Pelicans. So even though this is a road game, the 7.5-point spread doesn't scare me at all. So I'm all over the Pelicans tonight.
All right, we got Brad here on the Pelicans laying the 7.5 here against the Spurs, and this Spurs team, man, they just look out of it. I mean, the defense has just been horrible. It's just only looking here at the injury report. They are missing, the Spurs are missing some players, and as well as Ingram out here for New Orleans, but they missed him last game. Sitting to bother them as McCollum and Marshall seem like they're going to be playing here with Williamson.
Yeah, and I mean the Pelicans, they're all around a solid team. They built that team up nice, and like you were saying, I mean in the beginning of the year there was a lot of talk about teams tanking and things like that, and I think the Spurs are one of those teams where they're just kind of out of it. They're not really playing with a lot of motivation, a lot of grit. So when you got a hungry young team like the Pelicans, it's a bad matchup for a team like the Spurs.
Now we got Brad here on the Pelicans laying 7.5 here against the Spurs. This one will have a start time here of 8 p.m. Eastern time. All right, Brad, let's take a look over at Pick Dog Stream for tonight's action. And of course, we got a really good card here from the NBA. Lots of games here. College hoops, of course, we do have college football in action. 2 games in prime time from the conference championships, showing good profit in college basketball. What do you have going over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Yeah, I got a 3-pack up there right now. My 2 favorite college basketball plays, and then I have my favorite college football play tonight. And then I also have that college football play. You can buy that separately for $15. It's my favorite pick in all sports tonight. So go on the website, check that out. It's a perfect time to buy a 3-day as well. We got the UFC tomorrow, college football, NFL. Great time to buy a 3-day, in my opinion.
That's right, guys. Get on board here with Brad Francis over at Pick Dogs. From great results here from college basketball, as you see there. Also showing profit in the NBA and NHL this season. So over at Pick Dogs Premium, Brad does have his $15 premium special right now from college football. $15 credit guarantee. Must turn a profit or the amount you purchase is credit back in your account. That is credit guarantee. Also, as he mentioned here, a fired up Friday 3-pack up there. But again, here we are on a Friday. Your best value is definitely getting that 3-day all sports pass. Get all of Brad's premium plays for 3 days, including all his college basketball. Of course, we have NFL coming up here on Sunday. College football here Friday and Saturday. NHL, NBA. MMA as well. We got an MMA card coming up here this weekend as well. So your 3-day pass is your best value over at Pick Dogs Premium. You could add a second capper with that, 2-for-1 capper promotion, or use a promo code PICK at checkout, and you'll save 15% off. Right, Brad, as always, great having you show. Keep up the great work. We'll talk with you next week. We can catch you guys up on the you and Mills on that UFC show tomorrow, right?
Yeah, UFC is back, and me and Mills will be on sometime after the morning show. I'll text Mills to get an exact time, but expect us to go live after the morning show.
Very good. We'll tune in then. All right, Brad, have a great weekend. We'll talk next week.
All right, thank you, Tony. Have a good night.
Yeah, Brad Francis here on the drive through. Let's continue on. Hope we get the guys back again that has some issues with connectivity. We'll go over to Jay Briggs. If we can bring him in, you'll find him over at Pick Dogs. Of course, check out Jay's Jam session every single day as he breaks down the entire NBA card. And that's a lot of work, especially on days when you have like 11 games. And tomorrow it's not so bad, but make sure you tune in. A lot of good content. We'll bring in Jay right now. Jay, what's happening?
Can you hear me now, Tony?
I can hear you now,
better?
Jay. It sounds better.
All right.
Yeah, you're coming in.
Sure.
All right, tonight we're going over the NBA as we have the Nets here hosting the Raptors. The Nets' favorite point half, total 223.
Yes, sir. For me tonight, Tony, I'm going to take the Raptors on the money line. I think it's a good situation. I know the Nets beat them in their building in Toronto just not too long ago. I think Toronto comes in here and gets some get back, man. They're getting back healthy. Siakam is back in the lineup. And I know this Raptors team typically doesn't play their better basketball on the road, but at this price, man, I think that they're kind of telling you that they're expecting the Raptors to come in here and do something. The Nets, in my opinion, just when we start to believe in them again, they typically fall flat on their face. They have played better here under Jacques Vaughn. I don't necessarily like this spot for them here tonight. I think the Raptors go into Brooklyn and get a dub here tonight.
I don't need the point and a half, says Jay. Go ahead and take the Raptors. Plus 105 here against the Nets. And of course, when you're looking at the Raptors, it's all about their defense and rebounding. One thing with the Nets is, they're not the greatest shooting team in the world, and they're going to really have to lock down. That's really how they get by here. It's one of those old school. They just don't have the shooters like they once have. They're not getting the offensive numbers up. So you think they can really lock down this Nets team?
Yeah, I think they can. The Nets, like I said, they have been playing better basketball here recently. I will give them credit for that. But the competition isn't all the best either. Washington, Orlando, Portland is kind of banged up. No Damian Lillard right now. They've been on a slide. So they haven't just played the best of competition here recently. I still think this is the Nets team we kind of seen to begin the season. And they just kind of were in a situation where they were playing some of the weaker teams. Here tonight against the Raptors, who are healthy. I don't love the spot. I think that, like you said, their shooting is going to kind of come back to the forefront again. And I think the Raptors get this one here on the road.
All right, Raptors plus 105 against the Nets. This one will have a start time here of 7:40 Eastern time. All right, Jay, let's take a look over at Pick Dodge Pin for tonight's action. Of course, we got a good NBA card, 11-game card from the NBA. Good in the positive here from NBA this season. College hoops, of course, college football. Really great time right now with these championship games tonight. What do you have going over at Pick Dodge Premium?
I got 6 plays up there on the site tonight, Tony. I got my $15 NBA Jam Session play, which is my best bet in the NBA every night. We dropped it last night, man. We fell for the trap and took the Mavericks. It happens, though. We're still red hot on that Jam Session play this season, though. Red hot on that one, so scoop that up. I also got a 5-pack with all my NBA plays in there for tonight. And I also have my college football best bet tonight. That's going on in the USC-Utah game. We're on the right side in that one, so scoop that up as well. So 6 plays in total for me. The best thing to do, guys, though, is to hop on that long-term package, though. A 3-day, 7-day, or 30-day. The 3-day is the perfect time right now, rolling into the weekend. We got the championship Saturday, like Tony said. NFL Sunday. We got NBA all weekend. So perfect time to hop on that, get every play that I release with that package, man. So you can't go wrong. Let's continue stacking some units. I really love some of the plays I got in there tonight. All of them, if I'm going to be honest. We were red hot. We dropped last night, but before that, what was that? It was one yesterday, so today's Friday. So Wednesday, we were red hot, man. Swept the board 4-0 in the NBA, so we want to stay red hot, even though we dropped yesterday's one game. Let's get back to it here tonight.
That's right, guys. Got a board with Jay Briggs over at Pick Dodge Premium. Get his NBA Jam Session right now. $15 premium pick up on the board. Credit guarantee must turn a profit, and the amount you purchase is credit back in your account. First side credit, that is credit guarantee. Also, college football best bet, NBA money making 3-pack up there. Mega pack here, 5-pack from the NBA. Again, as Jay was mentioning here we are on our Friday. Instead of buying these plays individually, just go ahead and get his 3-day all sports pass. Get all of Jay's premium plays for 3 days. He'll be in action with NBA here Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. We got college football here Friday and Saturday. The NFL coming here on Sunday. There you go. You covered here with the major sports with Jay. If he's in board here, we got the knockout rounds from the World Cup. He might delve in if he sees something he likes, as well as the ice. That's also part of the 3-day all sports pass. All sports from Jay with that 3-day all sports pass. Add a second capper with the 2-point cap promotion. Even greater value there. Use the promo code PICK at checkout, and we'll knock off 15% off at checkout. All right, Jay, as always, great having you show. I know you're a busy guy over at Pick Dog with an NBA Jam Session. We also can catch you over the weekends on those halftime shows and as well as the morning show.
Yes, sir. Morning show for me in the morning. Jam Session will drop in the morning as well. So crazy Saturday going on. We got a nice size NBA card tomorrow. Not huge like tonight's, but still a decent card tomorrow in the NBA. Championship Saturday, excited. We got USA going on in the morning as well, so that should be fun. So NFL Sunday, I'll be on that morning show as well. So great weekend of sports, man. I know we're all going to be locked in. Let's make some money doing it, man.
That's right. You'll be on the air tomorrow with that USA game at the same time. Simultaneous coverage with the US and Netherlands there on the game. So it should be a lot of fun tomorrow. Tune in and watch the game and tune in the show at the same time. It'll be a lot of fun. All right, Jay, have a great weekend. We'll talk next week.
See y'all on Monday, man.
All right, Jay Briggs here on the drive through. Let's continue. Let's see if we get El Nino's wired up again here. You'll find him over at Pick Dodge from see if he's set up. I saw him on the camera. You there, El?
Yeah, I hope you can hear me now, Tony.
I can hear you now. All right, El, let's get back to the game. You're looking at the Warriors and Bulls.
Yeah, it's a pretty big line, as you were saying earlier, for what I think will be, or could be, one of the more competitive games of the night. Now, it hasn't been that case lately. The trend's definitely favoring the Warriors here, and you could argue they're the more talented team. They definitely have the 2 best shooters in the world in Steph Curry and Klay Thompson. But I don't know. I think we're getting a couple too many points here with the Bulls still, even though they haven't kept these games against the Warriors competitive lately. I still think they have the lineup to do it and to beat them actually straight up. I wouldn't be surprised, especially given the way the Warriors have played this year. Not that the Bulls have been overwhelming by any means, but the Warriors definitely showed some weaknesses as well this year and haven't been as consistent as they've been the last couple of seasons. So definitely wouldn't be surprised by an outright upset here, but definitely like the value getting the points. And, but I think will be a much more competitive game than the line suggests. And again, they have their two superstars, the Bulls do, in Levine and DeRozan, but they also got some good role players that they're starting to build more chemistry with. I think we haven't always seen it this season, but this is a good team, and I expect good things for them to come. So I think they keep this one competitive.
Yeah, they got Vucevic and they got Williams down low. They like the starting, the starting five. There's some quality there. We'll see how the bench rolls here. Of course, you're going to go against the Warriors, which is a good fate against on the road. But at home, it's been a little different story where they've had some success at home. I believe they've won 9 of 10 at home. The offense is better. The defense has been strong for the Warriors at home.
Yeah, they have been, but again, the Warriors. I mean, the Bulls are better than what they've shown this year as well. So I don't feel comfortable laying this many points in this matchup. So again, just grabbing the Bulls and just checking one number here as home favorites. The Golden State Warriors, yeah, they've done really well as home favorites this year. So, but again, I think against the Bulls here, this game is going to be more competitive than this line is. So I'm grabbing the points.
All right, we got out here on the Bulls +7 against the Warriors. This one will have a start time here of 10 Eastern time. All right, let's take a look over at Pick Dog Sprint for tonight's action as we have, lots going on here with the NBA. A big card with 11-game card from the NBA. Champion. We got the USC Trojans in action. We got some Conference USA as well going on. The title game should be some exciting stuff tonight. Looks like some offense going up there on the field tonight, as well as college basketball. There's some pretty good matchups as well. Featuring Gonzaga, Baylor. We'll have a pick on that game a little later tonight. What do you have going over at Pick Dogs?
Yeah, if you like offense, definitely tune into that Pac-12 championship. But I got a little bit of everything tonight. Obviously, the soccer already went off, but should have some tomorrow morning, bright and early, as you were mentioning earlier. Do have a 3-pack in the NBA. You mentioned that big card. Did find a couple plays I liked quite a bit there. I do have a couple plays in the NHL, but just one up for sale. So grab a long-term pass if you want all the plays. Do have my championship play tonight in college football as well, and college basketball back in action. So yeah, a little bit of everything tonight. So definitely long-term pass, definitely the way to go if you want all the plays.
That's right, guys. Got to borrow down Ninos over at Pick Dogs. We're already in the lead, already in with a winner with Uruguay against Ghana. That one came in. You also had a clever play there with the draw in one of the winners with Croatia and Belgium. So get on board with El Ninos over at Pick Dogs Premium. You see the results over the last 3 days. 781 units of profit. That is all documented over at Pick Dogs. You can verify that by going to his page. Actually, they just graded that winner, so it's now 818 units of profit last 7 days. 818 last 7 days now. So he's been cranking here off a strong day. So get on board here with El Ninos. Right now he has his alphabet up there, his best bet. He takes his best bet from college football, NBA, and NHL, puts it into a 3-pack. That's up there right now. Of course, you can buy a lot of these plays individually if you'd like, or you can actually pick up a 3-pack from the NBA. That's what you like there, a 3-pack up there. But again, we've said this all show. We're going to continue to tell you this is the best time to get that 3-day all sports pass here on our Friday. Get all of El Ninos' premium plays for 3 days. Include Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. World Cup action, bright and early Saturday and Sunday. Also, will include the NBA, your college basketball, and of course, championship Saturday and tonight's action from college football, and the NFL coming up here on Sunday. All the NBA, all the college hoops as well. So great time to get that 3-day pass. Use the promo code PICK at checkout. You'll save 15% off. Amounts to like less than about $25 a day for El Ninos' 3-day each day on that package. It's pretty good there when you get it. And of course, use that promo code, and you can also add a second capper with that 2-for-1 cap promotion. Even greater value there. All right, Alice, always great having you on the show. Keep up the great work. We'll talk with you again tomorrow. But I know you also contribute on the weekends, on those weekend shows coming up Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah, that's right. Speaking of the 3-day pass, real quick, a few games in the NFL I really like this week. So yeah, definitely a good time to grab one of those. And yeah, morning shows tomorrow, Sunday, 10 a.m. Eastern. Make sure you tune in with Mitch, the morning crew, and some of us guys you see on the drive-through. So should be a good show with lots of action. You already mentioned the soccer going to be going. So football will be kicking off right after as well. So yeah, good. Should be a fun show.
Yeah, it should be a fun show. So tune in. A lot going on there on the mornings. 10 a.m. each time. You'll find El there Saturday and Sunday. All right, I'll have a great weekend. We'll talk next week.
All right, have a good one, Tom.
Got El Ninos here on the drive, too. Let's continue on. See a lot of people sign in. If you miss any picks, we'll recap here at the end of the show. Stay tuned for that. Jovan will help us out with that. And Siegel Jovan, he's up next here on the drive-thru. You'll find him over at Pick Dogs Premium. Doing fantastic work. You've seen him at top of leaderboards. Let's bring Jovan in right now. He's got big game action here tonight. Jovan, what's happening?
Yeah, what's going on, Tony? How are you, man? I know there's technical difficulties, man, but hey, it's going to happen sometimes, man.
Yeah, it's going to happen. We got through it, though. We got through it. No doubt about that. But we're ready to roll here. We got you here rolling. And you're going big game hunting. This game's on Peacock. Looking forward to this. They were going to play last year. Couldn't get it done. But this year, Gonzaga and Baylor on a neutral court.
Right, and that's what I do. You know, I like taking the big games, and this game's no different. Now, this game right here, I'm on the Gonzaga side. Now, both of these teams, they're 5-2. Baylor's 3-4 against the spread, whereas Gonzaga's 2-5 against the spread. But you got to hand it to these teams, especially Gonzaga. They don't duck any wreck. You know, meaning that they take all comers. You know what I mean? So look who they faced this year. They faced Texas, got beat up by Texas. Then they came back and smacked up UK, Kentucky. You know, in a couple other games that they other teams that they faced. You know, all big teams. You know what I mean? So you can't really fault them for because their out of conference schedule is just a juggernaut. You know what I mean? So you give them a mea culpa. Same thing to a lesser extent with Baylor. You know what I mean? The teams that they faced UCLA. They beat them. The game before that they lost to I forget who they.
Marquette. They got pounded by Marquette on the road.
No, that was the last game. Game
Virginia.
Virginia, yeah, UVA. They lost to UVA and they got pounded by Marquette. It was a bad spot. I was on Marquette, but yeah, it's another bad spot for Baylor as far as I'm concerned. It's just one of those things. They're in the neutral site game. It's in South Dakota, so it's going to be a favorable Gonzaga crowd, and just they're both good defensive teams. Some of two of the best offensive efficient teams in the land, but the difference is the defense, and slightly better, but Gonzaga is just showing the better defensive form defensively. You give up 96 points, to Marquette, you're in a bad way. Even though they was on the road, it's just not a good. And I'm a Baylor guy. I rode Baylor for the last 3 years, and it's just not the same team. You know what I mean? So it's a lot of turnover with both of these teams, but pick your poison. I'm on Gonzaga in this one.
All right, we got Jovan here on Gonzaga laying the 2.5 here against Baylor. Yeah, I took a look at this one myself, and yeah, I'm with you here. I think one of the keys here is the fact that Baylor is having the struggles here defending the three-point line. They're giving up almost 40% shooting from three. I know they played tough. They played Virginia, UCLA, and Marquette. Those numbers are going to be factored in there. But then your other teams are Mississippi Valley State, Norfolk State, Northern Colorado, McNeese State. So it isn't all top-tier talent. And you're not defending three. It's almost 40% from three. Gonzaga on the season shooting 41% from beyond the arc.
Yeah, man. And that factors into to what I'm thinking. Stricter schedule when you're facing out of conference foes. It means a lot to me in the early going. And for me, some cases it's done me good this year in college basketball. Other cases it hasn't. But in this one, I just gotta lay the points with the Zags. I just think that they're gonna come back, bounce back, and there's. It's a lot of teams that have followed suit with Gonzaga. The Kentuckys of the world, the Michigan States of the world, the Dukes of the world, where these non-conference schedules, they picked up the pace. Before, it wasn't like that. Before, they just smack around, sisters of the poor, a college football phrase, if I might add. But, yeah, last couple years, Gonzaga has basically forced a lot of other programs' hands to build their schedule to where they're actually facing teams. Not just the little tournament game, little tournament games of Maui and the Invitational and all that. but I'm talking about from game one basically to to their conference schedule, and I think college basketball is better for it. So all these 5-2 teams, even 4-3, some of these teams are like 4-3, and they're good teams. You know what I mean? So it's really better. It's better for college basketball. It's better for these programs to build their cachet.
Yep, and the TV networks are doing a good job of getting on TV unopposed. They find spots in the lineup where they can put them on TV. Now, tonight's a situation we have championship. A lot of times they have found spots on TV where they get really good airwaves, with their broadcast partners. And also, too, is that they're finding these NBA arenas that are going to be hosting some of these regionals. And they say, hey, you may be playing here in March. You better get acquainted with these courts.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. I couldn't agree with you more.
All right, we got Javon here, Gonzaga Lane, 2.5 here against Baylor. This one, you're going to have to find it on Peacock, of all places. Peacock is where this one's at, so good luck. No, people have it, but you can find it there. Hey, they're getting paid a lot of money to play on Peacock. I guess that's why it's on there. All right, Javon, let's take a look over at Pick Dog Spin for tonight's action. Of course, lots going on tonight as we got the Pac-12 championship game going on. We got Conference USA championship game going on as well, so lots of action there. College hoops, big card from the NBA. What do you have going on over at Pick Dog Spin? Great results here in 2022. 1,536 units of profit. That is all documented over at Pick Dog Spin. You can verify those numbers. Giovanna is showing profit this year in NFL and college football, so head into a great weekend. What do you have going on over at the site?
Yeah, it's Friday, so you know what that means. Time to take flight on these books with my Take Flight Friday, Pac-12 Championship Fire Starter. Now, you already know what it is. It's USC versus Utah. So I got the winning side on that. And, also have a 3-pack in the NBA and the association. And also have my step back splasher in college basketball. So, it's all this sports chat place to Pick Dogs. Do like what a lot of clients and subscribers have done. Go to long term. 3-day, 7-day, 30-day, yearly. You're gonna get your money back hand over fist. Match me with one of the other handicappers for the 2-for-1 capital promotional also. You're not gonna beat that. It's all here, sports chat place to Pick Dogs. Let's get it.
Let's get it indeed, guys. Get up over Javon Burt's over at Pick Dog Spin. You see the results have been outstanding here for 2022. 1,536 units of profit, showing great profit this year in NFL and college football. Javon is in action with his feature play from the Pac-12 championship game. His fire starter right now. Credit guarantee, guarantee to show a profit, or the amount is credit back in your account for side credits. That is credit guarantee. Also, the Take Flight NBA 3-pack out there from Javon, an NBA step back splasher. But again, as Joanna was mentioning, that long-term pass is the way to go. This is a perfect time, by the way, to get that 3-day all sports pass, because you're right into the weekend, right? You got the big championship Saturday coming up, college football for tonight as well, 2 days of college football. The NFL coming in here on Sunday. Lots of NBA here Friday, Saturday, as well as Sunday, as well as your college hoops. So get on board with Javon, that 3-day pass, and then on Monday you can reassess everything and go for the 1-month pass, because by then you cover most of the bowl games when you do that on Monday. So try them out here for the 3-day, and when it's renewal time, renew up to the 30-day and get on board with Javon Burtz over at Pick Dog Spin. Use the promo code PICK at checkout and you'll save 15% off. You can match them up with another capper with the 2-for-1 capper promotional. Even greater value there. All right, John, we'll talk with you a little bit later here on the recap, but I know you got a lot going on over at Pick Dogs. We can check out your parlay of the day video, and you're also on the morning shows here on the weekends.
Yeah, absolutely. And as soon as all said and done with the show, I'm gonna go sky in the earth, like I like to say, for a nice 2-team parlay. So that's just what I do. But there's that. There's the the morning shows on the weekend, tomorrow and Sunday. I'll be there giving up free picks, and then on the drive-through Monday and Friday, like clockwork. I'm gonna be here. It's just what it is. Yeah. And what's the viewership like, and what's the like total like right now?
The real total good viewership, about almost 200 right now. My like isn't showing enough though. I don't get the accurate on mine though, but we'll get some in the chat room help us out with the likes.
All right, so so check this out. I don't even do this, but we get to, let's say, a buck 50. There's almost 200. Let's get to a buck 50. I'll throw out another pick.
All right, they'll throw out another pick here. Let me see if I can get you an accurate number here on this one here. Let's see. So hope I don't get your sound coming in here. Let's see. The like numbers right now are 39.
Hey, we got some wood to chop, but it is what it is. They want that other pick, they want that free pick, man. They hit the like button.
Hit the like button, guys. Hit the like button. Get that other pick from Javon when we get to the recap. All right, Javon, have a good one. We'll talk in a little bit.
Absolutely, I'll be there.
You got Javon Burtz here on the drive. So, guys, reminder, if you miss any picks, we'll recap at the end of the show. Stay tuned for that. Boy, big show today. Lots of cappers, and we're just barely halfway through this. a lot to go here. So we're rolling here. Welcome in Brian Billy. You'll find him over at Pick Dogs Print, where he's put up some fantastic numbers. If you've checked out Brian over there on the site, it's been enormous. Let's see if we could get him in right now. Brian Bittler. Oh, here we go. I got to get Brian here on our show. Here we go. I think we're ready to roll with Brian. Brian, what's happening?
Not much, Tony. Glad to be here on a Friday night. Enjoying the show here. It definitely is a long one, but hey, lots of good information.
I know. Well, you're usually already packed up with a suitcase on the way to the airport by now. But it's been a long show so far.
I was worried about technical difficulties because my internet was giving me a little bit of issues, but so far so good. I think everything's working, so hopefully we'll get right through this pick and it'll cash and everything will be good.
Everything. Let's roll it here. Here we go with this game 2 of this mini series between the Celtics and the Heat. The Celtics laying 7, total 227.
Yeah, for me here, I'm going to ride with the Miami Heat Friday night in the NBA action. I know the Heat do have some major injury issues, but Jimmy Butler should be suiting up for this game for the Heat. And this is a big rival game here for Miami. No love lost between these two teams. In my opinion, the Heat are the best, well, at least one of the best coached teams in the NBA. Celtics have the attention of the bandwagon guys. They've won 5 straight and they covered 5 straight. Miami has been a money-burning team for bettors this season, but we've seen slight improvement, 3-1-1 over the last 5. This is game 2 of a back-to-back games. And these Boston Celtics, game 1 on Wednesday, they got crushed 134-121. I think they're going to be looking for revenge tonight. The Heat 12-5, last 17 in Boston overall. So I think the Miami Heat are the play plus the points.
All right, Brian says go ahead and take the Heat plus the points here against the Celtic team that has been on absolute fire. But at some point, the fire goes out, right?
Yeah, me. I see. You got to know when to jump off, and sometimes I do jump off a team too early. Like Drake a few years ago. But I like Miami has a good squad. They just got to get healthy. Definitely well coached, and you're getting a boatload of points in a rival game on a Friday night. So that's where I'm going here with this one.
Yeah, it looks like the Heat are getting healthy. Boy, this looks like the Heat we've seen the last couple of years, where half the teams on the injury report. Jimmy Butler
to the Sacramento Kings, a big difference.
Yeah, exactly. The MVP this year is the Sacramento Kings training staff.
Trainer.
Yeah, that's the MVP of the entire NBA this year. How you can keep everyone healthy on that team is amazing. But it looks like Jimmy Butler is definitely a go here. He's set to hit the lineup. 7-game absence due to knee soreness. So you're looking at Butler here to come in and put Strus now back off the bench, give him a little bit of bench help as well.
Yep, and they got a few other pieces. And this Heat team is just the scrappy. There's not a lot of superstars for Miami, but they play well as a team. And I think with the coaching, I just see this as a 5-6 point win here for Boston. Heat are going to lose another one, but I think it's going to be a tighter ball game than people expect.
Yeah, and of course, Hero has been out of the lineup as well, and he's probable again to come here and play. So it's been, Hero's played the last 4 games, but then in between, he had missed 8 games. So he's back in. He's expected to play here tonight in this spot in game 2 of the series. Brian on the Heat plus the 7 against the Celtics. This one to have a start time of 7:40. All right, Brian, let's take a look over at Pick Dogs Print for tonight's action as you've put up some fantastic numbers here. 2,122 units of profit over the past 30 days. That is all documented over at Pick Dogs Print. You can see Brian has been on fire here, showing even great profit here for this year, over 900 units of profit for 2022. Brian is showing profit this year he finished with a profitable baseball season, which is hard to do. That's a long season. Also college football profitable, NFL, NHL, NBA, showing great profit on the major sports. What do you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Well, 1-1-1 yesterday, but the most important play, my $15 best bet titanium play cash. It's 73-38 over the last 111. That's 66% winners. And my titanium's in college football tonight. It's the Pac-12 game, so make sure you head on over there and pick it up. Or you can get my NBA pound zone play, 19-5, 79% over my last 24 NBA plays, or you can get my square dance and 3-pack, 3 college basketball plays for $50 at pickdogs.com, or I have my Saturday, I have one of the plays up already, or 1 or 2 up already for tomorrow.
There you go, guys. Get on board with that. Brian Baylor over at Pick Dogs. Pay him 2,120 units of profit for the last 30 days. As we said, we're showing profit in many of the sports, showing profit this year over the last 7 days as well. Brian's in action here. And college football titanium wagers up on the board right now. Credit guarantee at $15. Must turn a profit, or the amount you purchase is credit back into your account. That is credit guarantee. And he's been on fire here with this titanium play here. Best bet overall on Friday. It's college football. Titanium bet is now 73-38. And you tracked it over the past 110, hitting 2/3 of the time. That's some pretty good results there. So get on board with Brian with that titanium wager. Also in action with college basketball with a single play up there. NBA Pound Zone is up there, as well as in a 3-pack here. Is Brian's going square dancing here. He's got his square dancing shoes, and he's got to bring in that hat for the 3-pack here right now from Brian Bittler. Square dance 3-pack up there for you right now over at Pick Dogs. Him also very up and early, ready to roll with this Saturday wake up and cash from college football. So an early college football pick up there for you now over at Pick Dogs. And we've been saying this all show long, but I'm going to continue to tell you, get that 3-day all sports pass. That's the best value right now over at Pick Dogs. Instead of buying these plays individually, get on board with Brian for 3 days. All of his premium plays for 3 days in action with college football Friday, Saturday, NFL coming in on Sunday, your NBA for the 3 days, your college basketball for the 3 days, NHL for the 3 days. All these sports overlapping. Great time to get on board with Brian's 3-day all sports pass. Use the promo code PICK at checkout. You'll save 15% off. You can also add a second capper with that 2-for-1 capper promotion. Even greater value there. Brian, as always, great having you show. Keep up his great work. We'll talk with you next week.
You have a good weekend, Tony. Keep the winning going. I'll catch you on Monday. Hopefully I'm still on the hot streak, going strong.
Keep that hot streak going. Brian Baylor here on the drive-thru. All right, guys, again, you miss any pick, we'll recap at the end of the show. Stay tuned for that. All right, let's continue on here on the drive-thru. We're heading out to Skype World. We're going to bring in Mills Young. You'll find him over at Pick Dogs Premium. Mills has done some great work. Of course, we're now going to fill these. We have openings. We're going to start filling them with cappers that aren't scheduled, and they're going to request to be on the show. And Mills requested to be on the show today. Let's bring Mills in right now. I think we're ready to roll with Mills. Mills, what's happening?
What's going on, Tony, man? How's everybody doing today in the chat?
It's going great tonight, Mills. I know we're going to be looking at this game between the Celtics and the Heat. Celtics laying 7, total 227, but you'll be looking at this one a little differently.
Yeah, man, I got a player prop for you guys, you know. I was a little bit worried about it, you know. I thought he was going to be out, you know. First they said he was in, you know. Then I got news he was out, you know. So I started to go with another player prop, but I'm going to stay with the one that I got. So, yeah, man. I'm on Jimmy Butler over his player prop. You know, his points are going to be at 22.5, roughly around 23.5 out there. He will be on a limited minutes restriction. But this is the thing. The Boston Celtics, man, all these games that they've been winning, I think they're on a 6-game win streak. They're number one offense. I think they scored like 119 points. Just as much as points as they score, they give up. All these 5 wins that they've been that they won, they gave up at least 108 points in these games or more. So it's one of those things to where, you know, it's a 2-on-2 game with the Boston Celtics. You know, it's Jason Tatum and it's the Jaylen Brown show. On this one, it's going to be Jimmy Butler back. You know, you got Tyler Hero out there. He's going to be in there, you know, the only one that's going to be getting points for Miami as well. But I just got to go with my heart. You know, Jimmy Butler is averaging 20 points on the season right now. I just think against this defense, we're going to get one of those old school matchups of like 2 years ago where it's, hey, Jimmy Butler, you know, leading his team, doing what he has to. I actually can see him going off for like 26 points today. So I'm going with Jimmy Butler over 23.5 points. That's my player prop to get you on top.
Get you on top indeed. Mills here with Jimmy Butler over 23.5 points against the Celtics. I am going to read you the latest here. He's on scheduled to go, good to go Friday. That's the latest report. Eric Spoelstra talked to the media and said that Butler will warm up with the intention to play, and he will be without a minutes restriction. So you're going to see the full Jimmy Butler up here now with this latest update. And you got to wonder, he's been out for a while, and sometimes some coaches say, you know what, you're not coming in until you can give me a 36 plus minutes, right? Sometimes that's how coaches roll.
And I love that because that's Spoelstra. You know what I mean? He's one of those tough coaches. So if he's sticking to that, saying no minutes restrictions, he's going to hold you to that. Another thing that I like about Spoelstra, he usually holds Jimmy Butler to a 7-rebound average per game. He always tells him, hey, give me 7 rebounds a game. So he's one of those tough coaches. So by me hearing that it's no minute restriction, like I said, it's against Boston. You know, they allow one-on-one players to have a great game. So, yeah, I'm loving that, man. Yeah, definitely, man. Jimmy Butler, man, he definitely should get over that 23.5. Like I said, Boston's been allowing everything. Jason Tatum ain't D'ing nobody up. Marcus Smart, that's their best defender over there. But, you know, at this point in time, he's going to have his hands full with everybody else on the court besides Jimmy Butler. So, yeah, I do love that little player prop. No minutes restrictions, man.
That's right. And, of course, their best defender has been out all year, and that's Williams, who's been their rebounder. He's been out for the season. That the Celtics have been getting by without him so far. We'll see here in a back-to-back spot where you know your opponent. He likes Jimmy Butler here. Not a back-to-back. They're playing. They have a day off in between. It's a game 2 of a mini 2-game series. Jimmy Butler over 23.5 points against the Celtics. This one will have a start time here of 7:40 Eastern time. All right, Mills. Let's take a look over at Pick Dogs for tonight's action as we're heading into wrong one here. Let me get it right. There we go. We'll get it right. Here we go. There we go, Mills. Doing great work here in MMA. Look at this, 2,509 units. I've probably been saying this every time Mills is on the show. He's been on absolute fire in MMA. We got a big MMA card coming up on Saturday. Of course, lots happening in college football, NBA this weekend, as well as college basketball. What do you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
All sports going on right now. Just for today, I got 3 plays up there. You could get it as a 3-pack, but I highly invest you guys to go ahead and get that 3-day pass right now. Why? Because we got UFC tomorrow. I got 4 bets. I got 2 bets up on the site already. I got 4 bets I'm going to be rolling out with. One real big underdog that I'm loving on the card too. Not just that, college football around the corner, college basketball, NFL. I got 2 plays already on the site for NFL documented, ready to put up there in the package too. So I'm trying to tell you guys right now, you get that 3-day pass, guaranteed those picks are going to pay for itself by day 1. If not day 1, day 2 for sure. I'm not trying to get you guys any lucky bets. I'm trying to get bets that win money, man. It's Christmas time around here. We ain't got time to miss. You know what I mean? I'm trying to gamble and get rich, or get rich trying to gamble.
All right. I hope we got
all
Mills.
The cappers are high.
That's right, guys. I get aboard with Mills Young over at Pick Dogs Premium. You see the results here: 2,509 units of profit in MMA. That is all documents showing great profit over the past 7 days. Is Mills over at Pick Dogs Premium. A start to a profitable season here in college football as well as college basketball. Of course, there are plays up there tonight. A 3-pack here from Mills on the board. Get on board with that. 2 from the NBA, 1 from college football, and his 3-pack UFC winners only pass up there for $15. That is his $15 premium. That is credit guarantee as well, meaning it must turn a profit. The amount you purchase is credit back into your account for site credits. That is profit guarantee. A lot of plays here sold individually, but as Mills was saying, this is a Friday. Get that 3-pack. That's the way to roll. It's a great value right now. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday action from Mills. You get all his NBA, his college hoops, the great college football coming up here Friday and Saturday, the NFL here on Sunday. But again, the UFC picks, which are coming here on Saturday. Mills has been on absolute fire in the MMA. 2,509 units of profit. Put your bookie in the rear naked choke and get on board with Mills Young over at Pick Dogs Prim with that 3-day all sports pass, as he will tap out your bookie when you get behind him with those plays. Use a promo code PICK at checkout and you'll save 15% off. You can also add a second capper with that. 2-for-1 capper promotion. Even greater value there. All right, Mills, is always great having you on the show. As let me make sure I get everything right here. We got you on the Skype. Have yourself a great weekend. We'll talk with you again next week. And oh, by the way, you're on your show coming up on Saturday, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Me and Brad's going to be dropping the Saturday show for you guys. We're going to go over our best parlays, our best picks, and our best dogs for the whole main card. So tune in. It's going to be right after the morning show. No restrictions. You know what I mean? No holds barred type stuff. So let's go ahead and get that on. Not just that, man. Tune in to Sunday, because Sunday we're going to be tuning in. Monday going over all our best plays and picks to give you guys what we can over at Pick Dogs. Hey, Tony.
All right, Mills, again, great having you on the show. I didn't catch what you said at the end because your internet kind of hopped.
Great job. I'm loving the layout. I love the new layout.
Beautiful. Appreciate that.
Always improving.
Always, man. Always developing and improving. Mills, thanks for coming in, filling in today. Hope to catch up with you more again next week.
All right, man. You guys have a nice night, man. Hopefully we win all these bets tonight.
Exactly. Mills here on the drive through. Guys, if you miss any pick, we'll recap at the end of the show. Javon will help me out as we continue here on the drive through. Next up is going to be Rod Zawacki. You'll find him over at Pick Dogs Premium. Let's bring him in right now. Rod has always been great to us here on the show with great winners, been great in the chat room, interacting with all the the folks in the chat room. So let's bring him in right now. Rod Zawacki. Let's see, we got him in ready to roll. Rod, what's happening?
Not too much. I was just getting some tires done and getting some groceries. The usual.
The usual. I don't see any white stuff coming down. So I see actually some blue sky. So that's pretty good sight.
Right? It's not bad. It's a little bit more south of where I live. The temperature's about 15 degrees difference. It's almost the temperature's dropped in half. It got warmer here. It's almost short and t-shirt weather down here.
Nice. Sporting that Oilers jersey we can see there. That Oilers little hoodie there. That's from Rod. We're going to the NBA tonight here. A TV game as the Bucks host the Lakers. The Bucks laying 9 now. Total 230.5.
Yeah, of course, the Bucks figured that line was going to move up a little bit with the news that Middleton's going to be back for this game for the Bucks. And you look with LeBron and AD going as well for this game. Probable, but they're always probable. And when it's probable, usually they're playing. So you look at the Lakers, their last games away this season on the road, they're averaging about 110 points. And the Bucks are averaging about 115 points at home. And that gets us under this total of 230.5. And I like that. I think both defenses step up with the return of Middleton, LeBron, and AD. I think we got a more defensive style game here tonight. Lakers 5-1 in their last 6 versus teams with winning records. So when they get to play these good teams, they step up and play a little bit of D. Lakers are also 5-2 to the under their last 7 on the road. And then you look at the Bucks; they're ranked 3rd on D, holding teams down to points allowed. 3rd in the NBA. They're also 8-2 to that under their last 10 games following a straight up win. And you look at the last 7 meetings between these two teams, 6-1 to the under the last 7, including a 5-0 to the under their last 5 meetings in Milwaukee. I like the under defensive battle in this one.
All right, we've got Rod here going on the under here. Lakers and Bucks under total of 230.5. Yeah, the Lakers have put up some numbers, but it's been against some of the lower tier teams like your Spurs that can't defend anything, and they faced Portland, who's not the greatest either. So now you're facing a team that defends on their home court.
Well, yeah, exactly. And you look at, I think I seen a trend that said the Lakers are 0-6 ATS the last 6 versus a team with a winning record. So yeah, sure, the Lakers are beating up on the dumpster fires with some teams and grabbing some wins. But let's see what they do here tonight against the Bucks. This Bucks solid 3rd-ranked defense and holding teams down to points, I think, holds down the Lakers, and we got ourselves an under 230.5 in this one. That's way too many points.
Yeah, Lakers Bucks under 230.5. This one will have a start time here of 7:40 Eastern Time, ESPN. All right, Rod, let's take a look over at Pick Dogs Pin for tonight's action here. As we've got a really good card tonight here from the NBA as well as college football. Some quality on the board tonight. College basketball's got some good matchups. Some conference actions in action as well. NHL, a few games showing great profit over the last 7 days. All document over at Pick Dogs Pin for Rod Zawacki. Showing great profit this year already in NBA as well as college basketball. What do you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
And over at Pick Dogs Premium tonight, I've got a college basketball triple. Nice birdcage going. You get 3 plays there in college hoops. As you can see, we're making money there and looking to continue rolling along with that. Or you can get my 10-star play of the day, which is my $15 play in the NBA. It's also included in my NBA birdcage where you get 3 of my top plays in the NBA. And as I said, my $15 play is included in that as well. I've also got a money blast in college football tonight. So many ways to get on board. I got so many plays going this weekend. Love this weekend's action. Now's your time to grab one of those 3-day passes. As it'll pay for itself, probably just the night's games alone. And then you get all what we got tomorrow. We got championship Saturday, NHL Saturday, NBA loaded again, and maybe even some World Cup. I'm looking at some games. I might have to throw some play or 2 in there. It's looking kind of good. So definitely grab a 3-day, 7-day, or a 30-day pass. It's that time of year. As Miles said, it's Christmas. We're not trying to take anybody's money. We're trying to make you money. We were trying to make you a nice, happier, smiley Christmas. with a little bit extra money in your pocket. Who doesn't love that? Use the promo code PICK on all your purchases of $25 more at Pick Dogs Premium, and you'll save 15% more on everything. So head on over. Let's get some more winners.
That's right, guys. Got a board with Rod Zawacki over at Pick Dogs Pim. Great results here. 485 units of profit last 7 days. That is all documented over at Pick Dogs Pim. Rod on the board with his $15 premium. Play of the day, 10-star up there right now from the NBA. Get on board with that. Credit guarantee also in action with college football. Put together a college basketball birdcage for you over at Pick Dogs Pim. NBA birdcage 3-packs, but the MAC championship is up there as well. Rod's already in action here for the big card coming up here on the weekend. But again, here we are on a Friday. This is a great time to get that 3-day money shot, 3-day pass from Rod. Get all of Rod's premium plays for 3 days. In there is your college football championship Saturday and tonight's games as well. College basketball, your NFL coming up on Sunday. A lot of times he gets that NFL game from Monday in on Sunday, so throw in that Monday night football game in there as well. NBA, NHL, we know with the monster cards on Saturday. So, man, great time to get on board with Rod's 3-day all sports pass. Use that promo code PICK at checkout. You'll save 15% off. You can also add a second capper with that 2-for-1 cap promotion. Even greater value there. All right, Rod, it's always great having you show. Keep up the great work. We'll talk with you again next week, but we can catch you on the weekends here with Mitch and the crew. A lot of drive-through guys come in for the morning shows, and of course your pick dogs, your puck dogs with Chris with those great hockey videos.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Chris shot all tomorrow's Saturday hockey videos. We got a nice puck dogs parlay. You can check that out. Smash that like button so you can get another free play from Jovan following me in the recap. Definitely do that. Jovan's always good to us here on the drive-thru, and to everybody else at Pick Dogs. We appreciate everybody, and definitely tune in tomorrow morning for the championship Saturday. Basically the last college football weekend of the week of the year. We're sending the bowl game starts, so definitely tune in tomorrow. We'll have a lot of cappers sharing some more free plays for you guys. Definitely hit that thumbs up. Costs you nothing, helps us out a ton. We appreciate everybody. Thanks for having me, Tony. Good luck with all your bets this weekend. And we'll see everybody else tomorrow morning.
We'll see you tomorrow morning. Rod Zawacki here on the drive-thru. We'll do a recap in just a bit, guys. So stay tuned for that. Let's continue on. I know people in the chat room were getting on me for getting on El Nino's. I got to raise my voice a little bit. What didn't hurt me that he had his technical issue. What I was upset about that he knew he had a faulty mic and he did nothing about it and he let it roll to this situation where we had bad sound. That's all. I'm just saying. You had a faulty mic. You knew you had a faulty mic for a while. Why didn't you do anything about it? That's why I was upset. Everyone can have issues, but when you know you have an issue, you do nothing about it. Come on, All right, let's continue on here on the drive-thru. Next up is my pick. Let's bring it up right now. We're going to look at this Wake Forest Clemson game, and I like the dog in this one. What I saw from Wake Forest against Wisconsin puts me on this game right here. This is part of the eye test as well. Not always about the numbers. I've got 6 TVs up here. I've got 6 of them, and I watch I don't watch every game, but I love that last 5 minutes, the way they played. They were down 5 in that game against Wisconsin. They made that strong road, that really strong comeback on them in that last 5 minutes during winning time, which really got my attention by this Wake Forest team. Never been a big fan of the coach there, but this team showed me something. Sometimes you can outplay the coach if there's such a thing. Maybe the case here with the players outplaying their coach. And when you look at this Deacons team, another thing, they overcame that 5-point deficit in the final minutes. Also, Wake Forest shot 70% from 2-point range against Wisconsin in Wisconsin. That's pretty good. That's enough for me to take them in this spot. They're off to a 7-1 start. We'll take them here at +3. Guys, I have a 3-pack over at Pick Dogs Pim right now, over at Pick Dogs with my NBA. Partnered up with 2 from college basketball. My best bet is from college football and a standalone for my $15 premium. So my $15 premium is up there. I have a 3-pack in hoops, 1 from the NBA, 2 from college basketball. Got on board, of course. I'm also part of the 2-point capper promotion, so you can match me up here with another capper here on the show with that 2-for-1 capper promotion. With my long-term passes, you can match me up with Javon, with Rod, with El Ninos. Brian Bittler, Mills, Jay, 2-for-1 capper promotion, your best value over at Pick Dogs. Now it's time for the recap. We've got Javon to help us out here on the recap tonight. Let me go to the 2-shot. Let me get Javon in. I got him in the shot. Perfect. All right, here we go. El Nino's got us started here with the Bulls +7 against the Warriors. Jay was on the Raptors +105 money line against the Nets. Brad was on the Pelicans, laid the 7.5 against the Spurs. Javon Gonzaga laid the 2.5 against Baylor. Brian the Heat +7 against the Celtics. Mills, Jimmy Butler over 23.5 points. Rod, Lakers, Bucks under 230.5, and I'm on Wake Forest +3 against Clemson. All right, Javon, other than your pick, which one do you like the best?
It's a toss-up. I'm gonna go with Jay's Raptors money line play against the Nets. Nets just play uninspired basketball. For the for who they're supposed to be. Let's just put it that way. So give me the Raptors.
You got the Raptors there. I'm going to be looking at the one I like. I like to get Jovan's play with the Gonzaga 2.5. I think that 3-point shooting against Baylor's poor 3-point shooting defense is something to look at there. All right, that's going to do it for this edition here of the Drive-Thru, guys. Be sure to tune in again Monday here at 6 p.m. each time. We'll do it all over again. We'll bring in our cappers in from Pick Dogs and SCP Betting, and we'll give out live free picks for the games in prime time. Don't forget this weekend, a lot of big shows over on Pick Dogs. We got, of course, the morning show with Mitch, Rod, and Chris. He'll welcome a lot of the drive-through cappers in for that show, for those morning shows. So tune in, get those college football picks and more, and NFL on Sunday. Of course, Javon's got his parlay video of the day. Check that out. We got also Jay's jam session with the NBA rundown, the Puck Dogs videos, hockey videos with Chris and with Rod. We've got Romanelli's rundown from college hoops, Mitch's 7 picks in 5 minutes, as well as his betting tool show. Well, I'm telling you, there's a lot going on over at Pick Dogs, so make sure you subscribe, set notifications, and be notified when Javon drops that parlay or when all these videos drop in or our live shows go off, so you're on there with them. All right, that's going to do it for our show tonight. Let's go ahead and bring in our crew from tonight's show. I'm going to wave goodbye to you guys. You guys have a great evening. We'll talk with you again